from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game, one of the things he's doing and his offensive coordinator is to make sure their wonderful wide receiver gets the ball. This transfer came in and has really put up yards and been productive. Close to 1,000 yards here today. He said, we're going to look on the play sheet, make sure we're getting him the ball, keeping track of how many times he's touching it. That's the game plan they're starting with. I'll keep you posted how that looks here in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off. They got us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Here's a give to Hardy. continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that...
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Handoff for Baxter. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Baxter. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Behind the chains now on second and long. On the delay, it's Baxter. Hard running there. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Quick release on the RPO. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, you could just feel it, couldn't you? Just how badly that guy wanted to get that first down. He knows, hey, we're on our own side of the field. We're not trying to punt. I've got to do something. I've got to make somebody miss to go pick up this first down for my offense, and that's exactly what he did.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Run in the red zone, it's Baxter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll give it to Hardy. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
On first down, it's Hardy again. Got a little grass. He's at the 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. From the red zone, it's Roberts. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. looking for the tie with the extra point.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll bring it back. He'll bring it out. And he pumps it up inside the 20. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. They bring him down, the option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. They knock him down right there. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Three yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to throw it again, and why not? They'll run the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Fires toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. It gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. There he goes. And they
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Barnes. Snowed under by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here comes the heat. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity.
Makes the grab in their space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a shot. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Throwing Simmons. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Simmons. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab deep. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
This offense is so good. And they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab behind the line. It's Barnes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They want to run this quarterback. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the Florida State Seminoles. And it's NC State looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Simmons going to try to pop one on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Escapes the pressure to his right. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Hardy. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Simmons to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He'll try to do it himself. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception.
He unleashes a long one. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it fly. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Looking to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense is ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. to the air. It's Simmons. Got it set up on the outside. Caught, and he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. They'll give it to Hardy. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy. And this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Keeps looking downfield. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hardy. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Sticking it in the end zone here. Right on the money. Touchdown, Tiger. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Kentucky going quickly.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watch the
Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. The Wildcats are right back on top.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. Simmons fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Missouri wants to go fast. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Still on it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Corners are going to bail. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They want that clock to run. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Lost a throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Kentucky right back to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Trying play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up fourth down.
And listen, everything's four-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end now in motion. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
There's some more bullshit right here.
Getting set for the point after.
Fuck am I watching right now, bro?
The kick is up and
fucking look like creative players out here.
That one's gonna get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play.
Nev, you know what the fuck to do.
Touchdown just like that.
These niggas suck. Gimmicky ass nigga. Nigga ran eye for him all game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barnes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. The run inside. It's Barnes. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Man, too little, too late. Where was this earlier in the game? They could have used that explosive play earlier when this game was close. But obviously these guys are still out here. They're still competing. They're going to keep fighting until there's zeros on the clock. But they need more plays like that earlier in games moving forward.
Had to throw it before he wanted.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Third down play from the gun. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck is this disconnect right there? Oh, you're annoying, fuck it.